Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from The Right Way, and got a pretty amazing story about just how untransparent this particular government is. When they got into power, um, they said that they were going to be the most transparent government ever, and now it looks like they are actually the worst and the least transparent government we've ever had in New Zealand's history. So this is absolutely incredible. um, Smells of corruption, smells of electioneering from the government. So let's have a look at this particular article. So Kāinga Ora, so if you're not in New Zealand, Kāinga Ora is the state housing authority that builds houses, state houses, that it then rents at a very low price to people who can't afford housing. So Kāinga Ora hid the fact that it was using a Labour candidate, Arena Williams, in taxpayer-funded advertising. Newshub can reveal the government's housing developer Kāinga Ora brazenly took steps to cover up the fact it was using a Labour candidate, so Labour was the current party in government, in its taxpayer-funded advertising, risking its political neutrality. So this is funded by the taxpayer, and they're getting a Labour candidate to be the front of this particular series of media articles and stuff. Although it knew Manurewa MP Arena Williams was planning to run for Labour, emails show it hid the fact, choosing to act like it was unaware. That is absolutely disingenuous. We cannot have state-run organisations acting like this. They have to be transparent, right? If this was the National Party that actually did this, the right-wing party, you can imagine all the Twitterati, the left-wing Twitterati, all the left-wing social justice roles would have been up in arms, calling for people to be sacked and so on. But no, it's only the National Party that's asking for any sackings, because obviously it's okay when the left-wing does it. The minister has scolded the agency. Oh, they got to telling off. Wow, wow. I'm sure they'll be suitably chastised. They won't say if anyone has been sacked. Heads have to roll because of this, because you cannot have some duplicitous person running an organisation like this who are blatantly trying to cover up what they've been doing. Arena Williams is a rising star in the Labour Party, and before politics she was already hot property, so much so that Kāinga Ora, the government's housing developer, wanted her as a face to advertise their work, posing as a news. So they basically paid for articles which looked like news articles, but they were actually advertisements for Kāinga Ora, just dressed up as a journalistic article, which is also really bad as well, and they didn't make a note of that in any of the articles. The problem is they knew she was running for Labour and covered it up. It wasn't really about me, Williams told Newshub in June. When asked if she should have disclosed that she was planning to run for Labour at the election, Williams said, yeah, so I did. So she did the right thing, so it's nothing against her, nothing against Arena Williams, right? It's the government agency which is to be taken to task. And yet Kāinga Ora conspired to hide the key detail. This is blundering at best and deceitful at worst. No, it's definitely deceitful. It's not blundering. We can see later on what they wrote. It is not blundering. They purposely tried to cover it up. It is absolutely deceitful and smacks of corruption. Official emails obtained by the National Party show they worked out that, for your information, her name isn't pronounced like the word stadium, it's the Maori pronunciation. Learn that the hard way. The emails also show the department's senior communications advisor, so not some junior person, someone pretty high up in the communications department, wrote, she's understandably nervous about people perceiving this as her electioneering ahead of her campaign announcement, but we can just act as though we don't know anything. That is absolutely being deceitful. Anyone can see that. This is absolutely incredulous. Willis told Newshub they certainly chose to actively cover up the fact that they knew this person was a Labour Party candidate and they thought they could get away with it. That is absolutely despicable. Did they ever? The senior staffer sent another email saying Williams was worried putting herself out there in the media might suddenly seem like she's helping coordinate some publicity for herself. I assured her it wasn't a problem in my view and that we could proceed as though we didn't know about her impending announcement. The email continued. So she must have known as well then, right? Because it says that I assured her it wasn't a problem in my view and we could proceed as though we didn't know about her impending announcement. So she must have known that this is what these people have actually produced. So now I'm not so charitable towards Arena Williams. So if she knew that they knew and no one was going to say anything, she should have said, no, I don't want my name associated with this. You need to tell the truth. Just goes to show you that Labour MPs are very much like that. Housing Minister Megan Woods said it was below the levels of professionalism that I expect as a minister. I operate on the maxim that once you know something, you can't unknow it. Below the levels of professionalism? Come on, be more forceful, right? You need to hang some people out to dry. Some people need to lose their jobs, otherwise people will keep doing this type of shit all the time, and it's not good for New Zealand because these government agencies are supposed to be neutral. They're not supposed to be politically active. Kaingaroa has already been in trouble for hiding the fact that the articles were actually ads. Newsab revealed in June that it spent nearly $500,000 taxpayer dollars on the sponsored content. It didn't concern me because I still saw it as a really great story about a community that had come together. So there we go. So you can see that the Labour minister didn't care that they were paid for ads, but they were dressed up as journalistic articles because it made Labour look good. They are absolute trash. All these Labour politicians are absolute trash. I hope New Zealand wakes up so that we can actually get rid of some of these people in the next election. Otherwise, we're going to suffer for it in the long run. Initially, Kaingaroa included a paragraph disclosing her candidacy, but then pulled the mention saying it keeps Kaingaroa's powder dry too. So they knew, they put something in, they took it out. It's not blunderous, they didn't make a blunder. They were absolutely crooks, they're absolutely crooked. They're absolutely deceitful to the New Zealand public who pays their wages. They don't think of that. All of these public officials don't give a shit about the New Zealand public, and we need to start giving a shit about all of this stuff which is going on. The agency was aware it could jeopardize its political neutrality. I'm not comfortable with them using political candidates, and I've made that clear, Woods says. When asked if anyone lost their jobs over this, Woods said it was something to ask the chief executive of Kaingaroa. Newshub tried, and it sounds like nothing has actually come of this. So there we go. We can see that this is the least transparent government ever. There are cover-ups going on all over the place, and we can see that the government agencies are blatantly electioneering for Labour and doing it on the taxpayers' expense. Let me know what you think. Do you think that what Arena Williams did and what Kaingaroa did were absolutely deceitful and heads should roll? Or do you think that it was just an innocent mistake and it could be made by anyone, and let's just hope they don't do it again? Let me know in the comment section what you think. I'd really love to know. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, you're welcome to give it a thumbs down. If you feel comfortable sharing this video with anyone that you know, that would be awesome as well. Sharing it on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, that'll be great. And if you like my content, please subscribe, as it just helps YouTube to notice my content, and hopefully more people will find it. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hopefully I will catch you in the next video.